This is 5 on your side at 6. Focused on you.
Gunfire in downtown St. Louis. This is early this morning. 2 men left dead in a shooting that involved a police officer. Tonight, we have new information about the incident and the fallout at a nearby homeless encampment. Thank you for joining us. I'm Ann Allred.
And I'm Kelly Jackson. Investigators say a man shot someone around 7:30 this morning near 14th and Market. That is when a nearby police officer opened fire on the suspect, killing him. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan has been following this developing story all day. She's live downtown at the intersection near City Hall with reaction from a man who heard all of this happen.
Well, that eyewitness gave 5 on your side exclusive video as he watched and heard the shooting unfold from the beginning to the end. Now, we do want to warn you, you're about to hear gunshots, and this video may be difficult to watch.
Playing that game of is it gunshots or fireworks?
City of St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, 911, Brittany.
Yeah, there's someone shooting. Someone just shot about like 20 shots down by City Hall.
Aaron Laxton works downtown and was sitting in his car around 7:30 Friday morning when he heard and watched all of this unfold. His car's dash cam capturing everything as he turned the corner onto Market Street.
Actually, there's someone shot. They're laying in the street.
Before Laxton even hangs up the phone, St. Louis City police officers rush to the scene. Investigators say 2 men were involved in an incident near Market and 14th Street. One of the men shot the other, and both of them began to run right toward the officer who was working on a mobile surveillance camera unit nearby.
The suspect and the victim were both running towards the officer where he was standing while the gunfire was being exchanged between the suspect and the victim.
That's when the officer stepped in, shooting and killing the suspect. The officer was not hurt in the process.
We really believe that the officer interrupted a violent crime and then took action to help protect the public.
Hours ago, we learned that the man shot by the suspect has also died.
Someone lost their life needlessly to gun violence. It is not normal to be in a situation where someone loses their life, period.
Now, the dash cam video did continue on and came very close to the crime scene, showing the victim on the ground. We've chosen not to show the rest of the video out of respect for the victim's family. St. Louis police plan on releasing a video of today's shooting, but do not have a timeline of when that will happen. The officer has been with the department for 18 years. He's now on paid leave. Live in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Shortly after that shooting, police started clearing out a homeless encampment near City Hall. Mayor Tashara Jones issued a statement saying the city is taking this incident seriously and that area will be secured. 5 on your side's Holden Kerwicki is live in downtown St. Louis to continue our team coverage. Holden.
Well, Ann, I spoke with Alderman Rashean Aldridge this afternoon, and he told me that, in fact, he actually supports homeless camps, but something needed to be done at the camp outside of City Hall after SLMPD responded to 230 calls since the start of the year. But he says it's going to take a shift in thinking to impact real change.
As Severin Pellicara urged the St. Louis Board of Aldermen to make changes in our city,
we ought to ask ourselves, how can we effectively tackle issues like gun violence, road safety, mental health, and homelessness?
Crews were hard at work removing the homeless camp outside of City Hall for the second time.
Putting up the barricades only just move our unhoused to another location. It's not really figuring out the solution.
Alderman Rashean Aldridge is no stranger to dealing with issues surrounding the unhoused.
In the 14th Ward, we have the most unhoused shelters. We have the most unhoused operating facilities.
That includes Peter and Paul Community Services, which opened their doors to more than 100 people just last week.
We're hoping to have a safe environment for individuals that are outside that can come inside.
CEO Anthony D'Agostino told me he hopes to expand the facility to house more than 200 people by the end of the year.
We'll have permanent supportive housing, we'll have transitional housing. The facility's big enough to start bringing in all types of programming, not just one.
Well, Aldridge praises the work Peter and Paul has done to help the community. He says there's a bigger issue at hand.
Other wards need to take on the responsibility of our unhoused community.
However, Aldridge says the city needs to make changes to its petition process before that can happen.
I think that we need a process that allows human beings to come inside while also understanding that the neighborhood has concerns.
We have to get out of this notion that, it's okay for one part of the city, but not okay for my own backyard.
Aldridge told me that he would support any homeless legislation put forward by the Board of Aldermen, including a possibly revived or revised homeless Bill of Rights. But at this time, he believes that adding more small-scale shelters around the city was actually the answer, since it allows people to more easily integrate into the community. Reporting live downtown, Holden Kerwicki, 5 on your side.
A juvenile court officer said today the 15-year-old girl accused of beating another teenager should not stand trial as an adult. We continue to follow the fallout from this incident that left a girl severely injured in Hazelwood. Christine Byers spent the morning in juvenile court as the officer made her recommendation to a judge. She explains why the recommendation comes as no surprise to many legal experts.
Cell phone video of the March 8th attack went viral, prompting politicians and people across the country to call for Maurice Decloux to be charged as an adult.
When you have teens who should know better, who do know better, and they're committing adult crimes, there needs to be adult punishment.
But Decloux's attorney Greg Smith says juvenile authorities base decisions on whether to certify a minor as an adult on a juvenile's character and history, not just the act committed by a person with a juvenile brain.
Sometimes children get involved in things that mom and dad can't control. That's why we have juvenile courts, and that's why she should stay in juvenile court.
The deputy juvenile officer in charge of the investigation said in court today that her main reason for recommending Decloux remain in the juvenile system is because Decloux has no history of violence. In court today, the officer confirmed the police report showed Kaylee Gain threw the first punch before Decloux critically injured her. The judge denied the motion to have her sent home on house arrest, so she will remain in juvenile detention until further notice. During the hearing, Decloux's Spanish teacher and mother testified in her defense. Decloux wept as her mother tearfully told the judge her daughter never intended to hurt Kaylee as bad as she did and prayed for her recovery. Kaylee Gain's family attorney, Brian Kammerer, read the family's victim impact statement to reporters.
A terrible choice was made by two teenage girls to solve their issues through violence. This caused one of them to go too far with her bare hands in a concrete road.
Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
And the judge says he'll rule on whether Decloux should be certified as an adult in the upcoming weeks. Police have arrested this man accused of stealing a car with a child inside. They say Stephen Dunn took the car from the mobile gas station in Brentwood early Thursday morning. Police found the 2-year-old child unharmed in Clayton. The car was found in Peevely.
Barricades are up outside Washington University as it prepares for commencement. 3,400 graduates will get their diplomas on Monday at Olympic Field. It appears school officials want to keep demonstrators away from that ceremony. The school was the site of a massive pro-Palestinian protest 2 weeks ago, where more than 100 people were arrested.
Expect delays on the bridges from the Metro East, the work IDOT is doing, and what areas to avoid.
Plus, an update from the Weather Service, the number of tornadoes that touched down during Wednesday's storms.
And no severe weather now. Now we're just looking for the northern lights after sunset, of course, and away from the city lights, but we're 70 now and waiting for the sky to clear. We'll have much more on our weekend forecast coming up.